My name is Ryan Shoulders. I'm 23 years old. I live in Clarksville, Tennessee, and I'm a produce clerk. The start of Survivor this time around it totally blew me away. I knew this experience was going to be a big surprise, and it was going to be just an adventure of a lifetime. But whenever Jeff told us that we weren't bringing anything but the clothes on our back, I just laughed hysterically inside my head. I couldn't believe I was going to actually be a part of this ridiculousness, and it was just a fantastic twist, and I was really excited about it. There were people wearing suits, and people wearing not much at all, so it was pretty interesting. And then once I realized we had to jump off that boat and go talk with a civilization that I was unfamiliar with and try and actually get supplies for us to survive, man, that's when I knew that thing was real. And I was ready to get started. And I was really excited to just jump off that boat and get into action. I knew that Andrew was going to be the leader. I could just tell as soon as we were jumping off the boat. And I should have just kissed his butt the whole entire time because I could tell that he was going to be uh, laying out the boot order for everybody else. If I could change anything, I would definitely try and get in with him and his group of friends right off the bat. I made a mistake by realizing that there were a group of guys and a group of girls, and I wanted to stay somewhere in the middle, in between them, while they kind of fought and battled it out for leadership. But the group of girls were just too passive, and I didn't realize that was going to happen. And they let the guys do whatever they wanted to do, and they were just going to follow along. My biggest downfall is the only good friend I really had out there was Lillian, and she wasn't in a position of power in the least bit. So both of us were kind of outcasts and just didn't get in well with the right people. I didn't really hate anyone. Tawana is definitely a personality I would avoid at all times. Um, I'm sure there are people out there that like her. I'm sure there are people out there that love her, but she is definitely not someone I would want to hang out with. Um, she is Tawana is very frank to the point of unnecessary. It's quite unnecessary. She likes to speak her opinion on things that are silly and trivial, and that's fine. But what's the point? Especially when we're trying to get along. I think she makes the group more unified, when really it's just silly. So we never really became great friends, and I'm not disappointed that we didn't become friends. I'm sure she's a fine person, especially outside the game when she's not trying to be so fake. She comes across very fake also, and she's always flirting with Austin and trying to snuggle up to him at nighttime, and that's why she's still there. I mean, I wish I had breasts. Maybe I'd still be there also. So yeah, Darrah doesn't talk, so don't even know if she has a personality. And I guess the other Ryan, I forgot about him. Uh, the other Ryan seems like a very cocky guy, like he knows everything more than anybody else, and he's gonna take this thing to the full extent. And the girls are falling for it. I mean, he flirts with them all day long, and they just go around and follow him. So if they're gonna fall for it, why fall for that sleazy guy? But I didn't think about sex or anything sexually related the entire time I was out there. And if you had any notion about my kind of personality, that'd be a very surprising thing for you to hear me say. But in all honesty, I didn't think about it one time. I mean, Darrah is a very attractive girl, and I didn't think about her one way. I just thought, more or less, I was kind of annoyed she was on my team because I didn't see what she had to offer, and people were still keeping her around. And that was kind of annoying. So as far as looking at the other chicks, I wasn't even thinking about it the whole time. Please believe me that the vote for calling me Skinny Ryan was not a democracy. It was just appointed on me, and I didn't want that at all. I don't want to be called Skinny Ryan. They never asked me. Maybe it'd been nice if they asked me what I wanted to be called, and they just said, he's going to be Skinny Ryan. Thanks, guys. I want that tag the rest of my life. So it sucks, and I hope it fades away very, very quickly. I guess the worst thing about this experience was just my feet. I hate wearing wet socks, and my socks were dirty the instant we started. So always having my feet were cut in parts. I have blisters on the back of my heels from whenever didn't wear socks. So having to put on wet socks and put on wet shoes to go everywhere, that was most uncomfortable for me the entire time I was there. I wish I could have come up with some kind of a system to make my feet a little bit more comfortable so I can move around better. Last night at Tribal Council, we were paddling up, and I knew it was my time to go. I had had that feeling from everybody else. but it still didn't stop me from appreciating, where I was and what I was doing. And tribal councils looked so awesome. So although there was a lot of, disappointment, uh, personal feelings of upset about myself, I was still happy to be a part of it, and it was a great experience.